So I'm just going to show you a quick demo, something I had questions about when I was first looking at getting the Quartz timer and getting a smaller delay. I was using this Eventide, but I've since then got the Quartz timer and wanted to get a smaller delay to fit on my board, but something high quality. So if you don't know what the Quartz timer is, it's this box right here. What it does is it controls the tempo of up to 4 devices at a time and through MIDI, which is what I've got this Nemesis Delay connected to right now. So if I start changing tempo, you can see that it programs my delay over here to switch tempos to. I can also use this for set list, so if I press and hold this in, I'll go to the next song. That's a bright screen. Let me go to the next one. So next one, you can see right there, it's controlling my delay here. Now I know that this is off from here, but it's in time. Something else that's cool about this device here is you can edit, and as you can see there, you can change the name of the song, the divisions, colors, so you know the one color is obviously bright. So if I go to divisions here, I can change this parameter. Oops. If I want it to be an eighth delay or eighth note delay, dotted eighth note, and it'll as I tap it in, it properly sets the time over here to match what dotted eighth or an eighth note delay or anything like that. So we'll just get out of this real quick. So, that's just, one thing. My hopes of getting this, the Quartz, was eventually I'll get a tremolo pedal that will take a tap or an external tap, and then I can control the multiple taps at once. So, I went with the Nemesis Delay 2 rather than going with the Timeline, which is, everyone has one on their board. One of the reasons I did that is the processing power on the Nemesis is of higher quality, so I get better delay sounds. But I've also got some deep editing parameters. Now, you might think, well, it's not as convenient as the Timeline. The Timeline has all your buttons and switches right there. It's easy to bank up and down. Well, with the Nemesis, I can have 8 banks at a time, which is great. Something else that's cool about the Nemesis is with the MIDI, you can actually have 128 presets with the right MIDI controller. Now, I normally only play with the quarter note or dotted eighth, and every once in a while, that'll change. But right now I've got it to a tape setting, but the tape is pretty smooth. It sounds like a regular delay, so it's. Oh. And then of course I've got a dotted eighth over here, next parameter, and then I've got an analog delay. Anyways, now that's not going to be easy to hit that switch, but the cool thing about the Nemesis is it's actually got a switch jack on the back. You can take a TRS cable and you can have a 2-button switch here, and as you can see here, this will bank to the left or to the right. So I can get to all my delays that I need to right through here. Now, there's something else that's cool about the Quartz and the way it works with the Nemesis. Let me just show you real quick. Alright, we're back. I've plugged my Quartz into my computer. As I was talking about earlier, you can use this foot switch here, TRS switch and cable, to change the preset on the Nemesis Delay. But if you're not going to have to go back and forth between songs, if you have a pretty set list, you're not going to have to go back, change your delay constantly. The cool thing about the Quartz is it can also control the preset as well. So, for example, the Quartz has a nifty little Google app here. We'll just get connected. Load from pedal. Give me just a moment here. Alright, so you can change your set names, the colors that everything shows up as, tempos, all that set. You can even set your tempo division, so dotted eighth and so forth. You can also change your settings for the switch if it's the next preset, if it's tap tempo, if you hold it longer, what it does. What I want to show you here is the MIDI switch. So earlier, I just changed preset with the switch because I only wanted my Quartz to send out a tempo, and that's it. Now, I had this program disabled earlier. This is what actually changes the program on the Nemesis Delay or anything else that's connected through MIDI. So as I've turned that back on, I can hit send the pedal, which I've already done that earlier. And now what that does, I'll close out the app. I've got the Nemesis set on the first preset. This is song 1. If you watch the Nemesis light, and just hold that in, go to the next song, it changes the preset on here too. It's getting a little dark here, sorry guys. So now this can bank up and down for me on both devices, which is pretty sweet if, like I said, if you're set to a particular set list. But I don't always get to play straight through a set list without going back a couple songs or having to hop back and forth between a couple delays. So that's why I've set up this external foot switch and just have this send out the tempo signal. So the reason I made this video is just because I wasn't sure about purchasing these two things and how they're going to work together. But hopefully, if anyone has questions, you know, if they're wanting to buy the Quartz and want to know how it works with their delays, as far as deep editing goes, this would have been helpful for me before purchasing these. But definitely a great purchase, and hope this video helps.